Who does Bergen envisage would benefit most from this prosthetic? Option A. Alzheimer's patients. Option B. People with memory problems. Option C. People with dementia. Option D. People who have had strokes. What he envisions bringing to market based on his research is a brain prosthetic for people with memory problems. The tiny device would be implanted in the patient's own hippocampus, from where it would stimulate the neurons responsible for turning short-term memories into long-term memories. He hopes it can help patients suffering from Alzheimer's, other forms of dementia, stroke victims, and people whose brains have been injured.
Now this is the topic sentence. Okay. Do you find any of the options here?
People with memory problems, then why should you worry at all about rest of the thing? Yeah,
this is the answer. This
Yes.
is called topic sentence based questions. Directly answer is given. So this is called as topic sentence based question. So only what happens in the initial stage, you read everything, eliminate other options, do all those things. But once you are competent, you focus on these things. If you find the answer there as you have gone through, and I tell you, don't worry about your QAT method and QTA method when you are competent. Only in the initial stage, I teach you all those methods. After that, no methods. You just read the question, then the answer options. Immediately, maybe if there are some of opposites or absolutes, immediately you are able to eliminate and find answer at least around 40% of the questions. You will find answer direct from the options, even without going to the text, which we have seen repeatedly in the previous sessions. Okay. Do you have any doubt with this? You can just find out other options. Where are they? People with dementia. He hopes it can help patients suffering from Alzheimer's, other forms of dementia. See, who does Bergen envisage would benefit? Envisions, envisage. Okay. The tiny device would be implanted in the patient's own hippocampus, from where it would stimulate the neurons responsible for turning short-term memories into long-term memories. He hopes it can help patients suffering from. He hopes. It's not envisioning. He is hoping it may also help some others, like whom? People with dementia. Yeah, Alzheimer's, dementia, all these are, he hopes. Maybe this is the main envision is this first topic sentence. Then he hopes this may be helpful for others. Okay. Patients with Alzheimer's, dementia, and stroke. With the stroke. Yeah. So you see, it looks as if this is right? He hopes, but the word difference, envisions, envisage, and hopes. Hopes means he is just mere hope. But here he envisions. He clearly makes it clear the market based on research is a brain prosthetic for people with memory problems. He hopes it can help patients here. Yeah, benefit most. You have a scale here. Benefit most. The second one is, what is given later is the secondary one, not the most. Okay. What is given here? Here you have most in the question stem. So you can just check. Yes. See. Envisage. Who does Bergen envisage would benefit most from this prosthetic? Name is there. Instead of name, here it is given he. There's a connectivity in C part, previous paragraph, they have given the name. So instead of name, he has given reference here, he, Bergen. Then you have most, the scale. He hopes it can help patients suffering. It can, models used there. It's not only for the people with memory problems, but it may help. It can help some other people. That's secondary. Okay. See the previous paragraph I have put here. Reference here, still Bergen himself. The name is given in the previous. Next one is pronoun used. See here again, pronoun used. You should be able to use that reference. Now, let's see. COVID-19 has caused untold miseries to the people. This pandemic has spread its evil wings all over the world. In the above given sentence, pandemic refers to A, miseries of the people. B, the whole world. C, evil wings. D, COVID-19. Read once again, one more time. COVID-19 has caused untold miseries to the people. This pandemic has spread its evil wings all over the world. In the above given sentence, pandemic refers to miseries of the people, the whole world, evil wings, COVID-19. This is a lexical question. We created it for you to understand. What is the answer? And I have taught you that this reference always refer to the subject of the previous sentence. This pandemic, the reference always refers to the subject of the previous sentence. Always remember that. Somebody has typed in from Nigeria. Someone has typed in the YouTube comment space. Exactly right. I have been repeatedly telling you there is no confusion. When they are referring in the very next sentence, that reference is for referring to the subject of the previous sentence. Maybe previous sentence is very long, 3-4 lines. It can run a complex sentence, but then just go to the subject. So this pandemic refers to COVID-19. Clear, right?
The principle is that the reference in the very next sentence refers to the subject of the very immediate previous sentence.
The habit of OET aspirants reaching out to numerous service providers puts them into uncertainties that kill their competency in English language. This practice, along with their tendency to learn English through their mother tongue 0634, lands them in trouble. In the above statements, option A, this practice refers to. Option B, there refers to.
Okay, in the above statements, this practice refers to what? The habit of OET aspirants reaching out to numerous service providers puts them into uncertainties that kill their competency in English language. Again, go to the subject. What does this practice? The practice refer to which practice? What is the subject of the previous sentence? Subject portion. Yeah, the habit of OET aspirants reaching out to numerous service providers. Okay, this practice. There refers to this practice along with their tendency. There refers to OET aspirants. This is the tactics you have to write down and understand. This is how they trick you, and these are the simple things. You see, in the above statement, this practice refers to the habit of OET aspirants reaching out to numerous service providers. I created it for you to get a bit of confusion, and you may not have such long answers. Okay, probably you may not have. But then just to give you a mental gymnastics. See here. Yeah. Now you see simple small paragraphs. These are all authentic material.
What does Cole refer to as an epidemic? A. To the socially isolated people. B. To the quick growth of socially isolated people. C. To the growing number of people who see themselves as lonely. D. To the loneliness that prevails around us. In any event, both ideas may have made more sense historically than they do now, and the number of people describing themselves as lonely is growing quickly. Cole refers to it as an epidemic.
In any event, both ideas may have made more sense historically than they do now, and the number of people describing themselves as lonely is growing quickly. Cole refers to it as an epidemic. So what are these? In any event, that is not subject. Both ideas may have made more sense historically than they do now. And the number of people describing themselves as lonely, these are not subjects given, they are the introductory phrases. Number of people describe introductory phrases, introductory compliments given. The real subject comes here. The number of people describing themselves as lonely is growing quickly is the main idea in that particular sentence. That's what I said. There will be complex sentences, some complexity in the sentence which you will have to understand. Cole refers to it as an epidemic. So what is epidemic? So the number of people describing themselves as lonely is growing quickly as an epidemic.
You can, what comes, if you don't understand what comes in between these two lines, two hyphens, just eliminate it and read. In such situations, you see, the number of people describing themselves as lonely is growing quickly as an epidemic. as an epidemic. Did you get it? You can eliminate this portion.
And you have the name here. Immediately you know where the name is there. Next is the answer. When there is a name in the question stem, you have to immediately go to the place where it is name, an epidemic. So here you don't get after the sentence, you have before the highlighted word. Okay, epidemic is highlighted here, but you have the answer just before. So I told you 90% it will be soon after the highlighted word, but sometimes there are exceptions that you will have to read the previous sentence. Even if there are other sentences following that highlighted word, sometimes you'll have to read the previous sentence as well. That's why I gave you this particular example. Okay.
What does Cole imply when he says that socially isolated people are being undermined by their own biology in paragraph 4? A. That they are biologically prone to be undermined. B. That at a biological level they are prone to disease. C. That they are prone to wounds. D. That they are biologically prone to seek out omit this help. Are people isolated socially being further undermined by their own biology? There are two plausible evolutionary explanations, Cole says. The best theory is that this pattern of altered immunology is a kind of defensive reaction mounted by your body if it thinks you are going to be wounded in the near future, with no one there to protect or help you. Another theory is that if you feel bad, you may be more inclined to seek out others for help. With this notion, the emotional pain of loneliness acts much like a physical pain that tells you something is wrong that needs to be addressed.
Okay. So now there are some options: prone to be undermined, prone to disease, prone to wounds. Okay. First one says biologically prone to be undermined. Second one says prone to disease. Third one says are prone to wounds. Now fourth one, they are biologically prone to seek out, omit this help. Biologically prone to seek out, omit this help. Is there some problem here? This fourth one is grammatically wrong, right?
Grammatically wrong, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
which means immediately the elimination strategy tells you immediately you can omit if there is one option which is grammatically not right. Okay, now we are left with three options. Now you have to go after this highlighted word. When there is a name, where you have to go?
Directly to the name.
Directly to the name. Yeah, and that is after the highlighted phrase. The best theory. There is a.
Best theory.
Yeah, there is, what is that? Best scale expression, which tells you immediately there is an answer. Okay. Theory is that this pattern of altered immunology. Is there some synonym in any of the options among these three?
Yes.
If your immunology is less, or if you have less immunity, are you prone to wounds? Prone to disease. Yes, that is synonymous expression. So this is the answer. Second option is the answer. Hope that is clear. As easy as that. But gradually you have to get into the competency by practicing and keeping the diaries. Synonyms, synonymous, immunology, and prone to disease. My screen is running away. See? Altered immunology. Pattern of altered immunology. That at a biological level, they are prone to disease. Undermined by their own biology. There are two plausible evolutionary explanations. Cole says the best theory. Cole says we are bothered only about what Cole says. Cole imply. So other things are, and again this is the best scale of for comparison. The best. So answer is there, just in front of it. That's as easy as that.
What does the phrase "this new visibility" refer to? A. Improvements in the design of placebo studies. B. The increasing acceptance of placebo research. C. Innovations in the technology used in placebo studies. D. The willingness of placebo researchers to admit mistakes. But to really change minds in mainstream medicine, researchers have to show biological evidence, a feat achieved only in the last decade through imaging technology such as positron emission tomography, PET, scans and functional magnetic resonance imaging, MRI. Kapchuk's team has shown with these technologies that placebo treatments affect the areas of the brain that modulate pain reception. It's those advances in hard science, said one of Kapchuk's researchers, that have given placebo research a legitimacy it never enjoyed before. This new visibility has encouraged not only research funds but also interest from healthcare organizations and pharmaceutical companies. As private hospitals in the US run by healthcare companies increasingly reward doctors for maintaining patients' health, rather than for the number of procedures they perform, research like CAPCHUX becomes increasingly attractive and the funding follows.
So where is the answer? This new visibility, this phrase refers to what? Improvements in the design of placebo studies. Okay, improvements in the design by increasing acceptance of placebo research, acceptance by people. Innovations in the technology used in placebo studies, improvements in the design, innovations in the technology. The willingness of placebo researchers to admit mistakes.
I think B further because they did not enjoy before. That means increasing acceptance of placebo research.
Yeah. The legitimacy it never enjoyed before. So just before the highlighted word that have given placebo research a legitimacy it never enjoyed before, which means the increasing acceptance. Legitimacy means the increasing acceptance of used in placebo of placebo research. But really change to really change minds in mainstream medicine.
Researchers have to show biological evidence, a feat achieved only in the last decade through emerging technologies such as all those things. So you see here, the topic sentence tells you, change minds in mainstream medicine. Change minds in mainstream medicine. What does it mean?
See now, the topic sentence says, but it is to really change minds in mainstream medicine, researchers have to show biological evidence. It says the paragraph is focusing on changing minds, which tells you it is not speaking about improvement in the design. See now, the topic sentence is important because now you say topic sentence says really change minds in mainstream medicine, researchers have to show biological evidence. Now, first two options says about improvements in design, not minds. Third one says innovation in technology, not in minds, human minds. Fourth one, the willingness of placebo research to admit mistakes. Here it is saying change minds in mainstream medicine. It's not the researcher's mind. Okay, so in that way also, looking at the topic sentence, you can go to the options if you need additional assistance. You need additional assistance. Even otherwise, you have answer here, legitimacy, a legitimacy never enjoyed before.
And down also, down also further, this is new visibility has encouraged not only research funds, but also interest from the healthcare organization and pharmaceutical companies.
Yes.
Encouraged. So that is
Yes, again it is explained. This has encouraged not only research funds, but also interest from healthcare organizations and pharmaceutical companies, which again acceptance, speaking about acceptance, increasing acceptance of placebo research. Acceptance by all these and research finds also interest from healthcare organization and all those things, acceptance. So even before and after you have both giving you the answer. Hope that is clear.